Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm AndyRC and today I'm going to be checking out some new motors from EMAX. These are the red bottom 2306 2400 kV race spec 2 motors, and let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. This is a 19 quid or $25 motor, which is a lot. So I'll let you know if they are worth it in this video, because the ones that are on the Hawk 5 were just superb. And those are a 2206 motor, and these are a higher spec than those. So why are they so expensive? Well, for a 2306 motor, they are actually really light at around 29 grams, and if you cut the cable short, then they are just 26 grams. So most of the 23 stator size motors that I have come into contact with have been between 30 grams and 34 grams, so these are a little bit lighter. So there's a 1600, 1700, 1900, 2400 and 2600 kV version. Now, with this one being the 2400 kV version, it is really just going to be suited for 4S. The wire is silicon, which I would expect at this price, and it's 115mm long. We have 16 by 16 mounting holes and a hollow titanium shaft with a hex screw, which I'm always a fan of because it's easy to clean the dirt out of them with one of those against a C-clip. The packaging is pretty minimalistic actually. We have two sets of screws. One is for 4mm arms and the other for 3mm. I think it would have been nice to see a 5mm option as well for this price. And they are a 2mm hex driver size. I prefer 2.5 myself because you get a little bit of extra purchase.
String back just gives you a bit of extra purchase.
But I guess they're trying to get the weight down. And I wish EMAX would do what they used to do with their old motors and give some spare locking nuts, because these low profile ones, they can come loose and get lost in a heavy crash. Now, the ones they have sent me are actually directional, so there's clockwise and counterclockwise versions. However, the listing is just showing clockwise at the making of this video, which is fine because it doesn't make a huge difference with them being locking. So I need to find a copter to put them on, and I think I've got the perfect candidate. This is the Halifar Futon 2, and it's a pretty nice package, but the motors are definitely the weak point. I think they listed them as a 2305, but I think they're more likely a 2205 because they didn't have a great performance. They have also given me some Avan flow props to try with them as well, so I think this is going to be an interesting one. So the Futon with its stock motors and props went 81 mile per hour, and then this is with the EMAX motors and the Avan flow props. Now the first run showed 90 mile per hour, and to be fair to this situation, it was a really windy day and it was a crosswind, so that's going to skew the figures a little bit, but it did go a little bit faster, so 92 mile per hour on the second run there. So not as fast as I thought it was going to be, and I noticed that the RPM was tailing off at the top of the throttle, and this is a 1300 milliamp 4S battery, so 94 mile per hour, that's as fast as it went, and I don't think this battery is able to provide enough amps, so I switched out to a 1550 4S Tattoo battery, and let's check out the speed of this one. So faster, 102 mile per hour. Now I was expecting it to go more than that because the EMAX Hawk 5, which has the 2206 Lite motors, did a consistent speed of 106 mile per hour, and this one, yeah, it's 103, so it's slower. Now this model is 20 grams heavier than the EMAX Hawk 5. It comes in at around about 296 grams, but I was expecting higher gains than that. So I think to conclude, the EMAX Hawk 5 with its 2206 Lite motors is a better setup. That's not to say that if you stuck those motors on a heavier model, it would be able to maintain those high speeds. I think the 2.2 stator size suits a lighter model, and the 2.3 stator size might make a heavier model go faster, but I prefer a lighter model myself. And these motors were really battery hungry as well. You know, the batteries were so warm when I had landed, and there was quite a lot of voltage sag. So should you go for these motors? I guess it depends on the build, but I wasn't as impressed as I thought I was going to be, and you know, I think I'll stick to my lighter weight builds and go with the slightly smaller stator motor. So there you go, that is my review of the EMAX red bottom 2306 2400 kV motor. I'll link them in the below, and as always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.